Uh-huh. All right, we are live on YouTube. How are you all doing today? How's everyone doing today? Welcome to another Walking with Purpose live stream here on the Coach Eli television network. Here on my main channel, Coach Eli, Elias Melas, a channel that's been around for 3.5 years and been monetized for 2.5 years. And by the way, in case you haven't heard yet, I'm going to be moving my Walking with Purpose streams very soon to my secondary channel. I'm going to wait. There are a couple guys coming over here this way. Don't want to run into them. I'm going to be moving these Walking with Purpose streams to my Coach Eli 2 channel, Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams, probably by some point next week or early the week afterwards. At the rate that we're getting watch time lately, and based on where we're at on Coach Eli 2, I foresee us being monetized in the next probably 5 to 10 days at the latest. It all depends on how some upcoming shows we have planned pan out. And we certainly have some great shows. My lady and I have some great shows for you folks coming up very soon. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Good afternoon, Eli. I just gave you a like. I will share your stream out. Thank you for that, Lewis. I appreciate that. Yeah, I had this stream scheduled about a half hour ago or so. Then I changed the time, and I was running a little behind because even after I changed the time, I still ran a bit behind because I had to take care of some personal stuff. Let's just put it that way. And it was important. So my apologies for the delay if you're here live. If you're watching it on the replay on demand, it's not going to matter. And if you are tuning in for the first time or for the first time in a while on this channel and you haven't heard, my chats have gone, my live stream chats have gone to members only chats. If you would like to participate in the chat, unless you're a moderator, moderators are free. If you'd like to participate in the chat, it's going to cost you a minimum of $2.99 per month, a whopping $2.99 per month. Let's just round it up to $3. The average month has 30 days. That makes it 10 cents per day. It's not a whole lot of money, right? And I converted my live stream chats to members only chat for many reasons, but primarily I wanted to clean up my chat because, you know, $3 minus the 30% that YouTube and Google take from membership packages, super chats, super stickers, and super thanks on the pre-recorded videos. You're looking at, what are you looking at? They're going to take 30 cents per dollar. That's 90 cents. I'll get $2.10 out of that $2.99 or $3, right? It's not a whole lot of money. It's not even about the money. It's just about getting better quality people to come into my chats and chat. People that, here's the truth of the matter. And I'm going to do probably a stream on this at some point with my lady or by myself, probably from the studio. And we're going to talk about, you know, people that are willing to pay for your services, even if you can offer some services for free. They're going to more so value you, and they're going to be just better clients. They're going to be a better class of people, right? People that aren't willing to pay for something and just want to use it for free, you know, are just going to take you for granted. And that's, you know, that's the title of the stream here today. We're going to be talking about, you know, how to stop letting people or stop letting people taking you for granted. Here's how. We'll get to that in a bit. Hey, babe, my lady's here respectfully, maturely, and professionally. She says, hey, love. Hey, love back. How you doing? Talked with my lady earlier today, and we're not going to announce this here, but let's just say this. My lady and I have a big surprise for you folks coming really soon. We don't know when it's going to be, but it'll happen really soon. Maybe sometime this week. My lady has decided to step away and take a little time away from being on live stream panels on YouTube, but she says she'd still be in the chats, moderating and chatting, and there she is. She's a good woman. Very good woman. Very caring woman. I'll share more down the road the next time her and I do a show together, whenever that may be. I'll share a bit more about what my lady told me on a phone call this morning. We talked by phone a few times this morning, and then again I called her right before I came out here to go live. She sent me a text, and I'm like, I'm gonna give you a call. It was the text. Sometimes people send you a text, right? And instead of going back and forth, and it'd be a never-ending text conversation, you just pick up the phone sometimes and just call. Her text warranted a phone call. It did, baby. You see, I can decipher when it's better to text and better to call, voice to voice, right, baby? So, yeah, so there's a lot going on. I've been busting butt. I did another stream this morning. The stream I was going to do last night. I was going to do a stream last night on Coach Eli too, but I was just really, really exhausted. My lady and I have had a pretty eventful, 3.5 days we spent together. There was a lot that we talked about, and we were just both exhausted. And after she left yesterday and I did my Walking with Purpose stream, I just had no energy left. I needed to just crash on my couch. So this morning I got up early, went to bed early after talking with my lady by phone last night, and did that show this morning on Coach Eli 2 on Censored Live Streams. And it was regarding, the power struggles in relationships between men and women in the modern world. The power struggles in relationships between men and women in the modern world. And let me tell you, there are a lot of power struggles, and my lady and I have had them too. Not as bad, because my lady and I, we have like an understanding. We respect each other as man and woman, but I also respect the fact that, she's a liberated woman too, and I'm all for that. I'm not going to get into that here. I went into that on Coach Eli too. So check out that stream. Was done by myself this morning. It's about a couple hours long. I think it was just under 2 hours long, and was very insightful. I went over this blog written by a woman, and it was funny. She was trying to write it like in general, but I could tell she was writing it in the first person. Pretty interesting stuff. So go check that out if you need more content to watch after this show ends. And if you can watch it all the way through, even if you can't watch it, just have the audio on in the background, listen to it, so you help us get some watch time. We're getting there. We are so close. We're in the stretch run. We're like 80% of the way there. So that is that. Babe, are you still there? Go ahead and type something. If you're there, I want to make sure the chat hasn't frozen. We got 10 people in the box. We have 8 thumbs up. I encourage you folks that are good people that get value here to please consider purchasing at least the $2.99 membership package so you can chat. And you'll be able to chat here unlimited for $2.99 per month. And you're not going to have to deal with any trolls, because the trolls are not going to buy a membership, because it's not worth them to spend $3 to get one trolling message in and then get banned, right? And that's one of the main reasons my lady and I decided to do this. But we're a business, and businesses need to make money. We are looking to focus on working more closely with people that value our content, and need our services, and don't have a problem paying a reasonable amount of money to get the help they need. And my lady and I can provide that for you. The next time my lady and I go live, whenever that may be, that's up to her. We'll share more about that. We'll talk more about that. My lady says, I'm here, respectfully, maturely, and professionally. Lewis says, good afternoon, everyone. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, bro. Great to see you here, man. And I'll tell you, Lewis, it's been very, very peaceful here. I'm doing good. That's nice to hear, Lewis. Thank you. It's been very peaceful here since I put these live stream chats to members only chat. Because the people I care for, that I know are respectful automatically, like you, Lewis, Queen Helen Casey, and California Ford Outdoors, and my lady, and a few others that are moderators, you get to chat for free. And you deserve it, and you've earned it, right? Lewis says it's hot as hell here in Texas. Well, the outside temperature gauge on my car, when I stepped out of my car, it actually felt a little cooler, but it said 80 degrees. But right now on the trail, it feels like it's about 76, 77, maybe 75. Is it over 100 there in Texas, Lewis? When you say it's hot in hell, you're probably talking over triple digits. All right, give me a second here. All right. Yeah, there's a lady over there that's just stretching and looking at the water. I didn't want to interrupt her. It's 109. Holy shit, man, that's hot. That's really hot. That's almost as hot as my girlfriend. Let me toot my girlfriend's horn a little bit and put a smile on her face. How's that, right? Anyway. All right. Let's get started, folks. Welcome to Navigating the Modern World with Coach Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition. Live from the San Francisco Bay Trail in Redwood City, California. This is episode number 335. Episode number 335. And the topic today is stop allowing people or letting people to take you for granted. Here's how. One more time. Stop allowing people to take you for granted. Here's how. I wanted to do this stream today because I will tell you, throughout my entire life, especially more so in my younger days, but even as recently as my older days when I came out here on YouTube, I had to relearn some things. There have been many times in my life where people have taken me for granted. And the times that I was taken for granted was when I allowed myself to be extremely vulnerable. I was super nice to everyone, right? I gave every single person a chance, right? No matter what they did, right or wrong, good, bad, or indifferent, right? I give everyone a chance, right? And what ended up happening, everyone that possibly could took advantage of my kindness, right? And if you haven't heard the phrase, many people see kindness as weakness. I wouldn't say you're weak if you're kind, but many people, exploit your weaknesses through kindness, right? Through your kindness, I mean. And, I want to clear a few things up here today because, a lot of people have been coming at me lately. People come at me all the time. When you're on YouTube, everyone comes at you if you're a YouTuber. I get that, right? Oh, there's a plane coming. That sounds like a 747 jet, but it's a private plane. Oh, you can hear that thing. Anyway, like I was saying, people are going to come at you on social media. They're going to come at you in real life. And the reason why people come at you is typically going to be the same. No matter how you come to that conclusion or how you verbalize it, the reason why people come at you is because they're jealous of you or they perceive you to be better than them or stronger than them mentally and emotionally or something like that, right? And I've grown to learn that because based on my younger days, what I went through in my younger days, being taken for granted and being taken advantage of, and even during my early days of being out here on YouTube, I've been doing YouTube full time now for 5.5, almost 6 years. People took my kindness for granted out here on YouTube. Definitely for the first 2 to 3 years. But even after that point, for the last few years, I've still allowed some people, or many people, to take me for granted somewhat, right? And what's the only way to turn that around? What's the only way to stop people from taking you for granted? It's to toughen up. It's to stand up for yourself, right? It's to stop being overly nice or being too nice, right? Like I've said it before, I'll say it again. You've heard the, nice guys finish last stigma, right? You've heard the phrase, nice guys finish last. I saw some kids on the trail there. Alright, I'm making sure those kids don't turn around and come follow me because I have a selfie stick in the camera. Right? They're out here riding their dirt bikes and spinning out on the dirt trail. So the way to stop people from taking you for granted is to toughen up and stop being too nice. And I was saying, you've heard of the nice guys finish last stigma, right? It is true, but here's the thing. The truth of the matter is, I'm a nice guy, and there are a lot of nice guys. Now, Now, I don't go around saying anymore that I'm a nice guy. I say I'm a good guy. Because, when you say you're a nice guy, people, see that as weakness, right? And you're so nice that you allow yourself to be extremely vulnerable and gullible, and then people take advantage of you, right? They take advantage of you, they exploit you. Babe, phone's getting fixed now. Okay. All right, so have a good one, babe. My woman, cracked her screen on her phone because she didn't have her case on, right? Just a quick side note here. This happened like 3 weeks ago at my place, right? And it just cracked on the side a little bit. It's still been functionable, but she has a protection plan. And they replaced her screen for I think it's like 20 or 25 or 30 bucks. She's had to use it once before. And she's like, I just don't like keeping my case on because it's just too big and bulky. I said, I'm gonna order you the same type of case I have for my phone. This is what I recommend. I get a clear case made by a company called Spec, and they make them for all phones, Androids, iPhones, etc., Samsungs, whatever, right? And basically it protects the back because most phones now have a glass back. It protects the entire back. There's a bump by the camera lenses, so it protects them. There's a little lip on the front, so if you drop it face down, it's not going to crack. But here's what cracks phones the quickest. It's when they fall and they hit the side, right? These Spec clear cases have like a bumper around the phone. So I ordered that for my lady, and because her phone is like a Galaxy S20 Plus. It's not the oldest one, but it's not the newest one. And her case only cost me like $5, and she loves the case. And she didn't have a screen protector on it. You can also get these, clear, they're like plastic, but it's like a specially formulated kind of clear plastic, like a glass plastic that you put on top of your phone's glass. So that way, there won't be any scratches, and if it falls face down and even hits a rock, it's less likely to break. So, we also got her some, screen protectors, and she's getting her phone replaced today, or her glass replaced today, and then I'm going to put on her screen protector when I see her this weekend, because I'm a master at putting those on. That's how I have my iPhone 12 Pro Max set up, and I've had that phone almost 2 years now, getting there to 2 years, and it still looks like the first day I bought it. And I've only dropped it maybe once or twice, and nothing happened to it. So anyway, my lady's going to be doing that. You won't see her in the chat for a little bit. But anyway. So like I was saying, I've been scrutinized by a lot of people out here on YouTube and in the real world. Don't get me wrong, I have a lot of friends too, on and off of YouTube. But a lot of people come at me and they say I'm too abrasive. I'm too protective or guarded or whatever. I'm too paranoid. Right? I ban a lot of people or whatever, right? See, I'll tell you this, folks. I've always trusted my intuition and my instinct. I have like the male version of women's intuition. I'm very, very, very intuitive. And I'm very, very good at reading patterns. And with like 99% accuracy for the most part, I can tell when someone's trolling or not, or playing me or not, or trying to take me for granted, right? Or trying to do something different than what I'm trying to accomplish, especially out here on my channel, right? And so, in case anyone is wondering, and I want to help you folks get to the level of where I'm at, because it's going to allow you to filter out people that are taking you for granted and wasting your time or trying to use you or steal from you or whatever, right? If you can learn to better identify these situations, right? It's going to save you a lot of heartache in the long run, right? Because when we're taken for granted, okay, for whatever reason, whether it's money or a waste of time, like out here on YouTube, this is the funny thing. Like, there have been people that have trolled me for years. And because they know I'm so good at, banning the trolls and figuring out who's a troll and who's not, there have been some people that have created fake trolling accounts in ways that make them appear real, or they try to make them appear real, and then they come and they converse like a real person when they're trolling, right? And no, I'm not fucking paranoid, right? And I'm not saying I'm 100% accurate on this. I mean, I'm sure over the last 5 years I've banned maybe 5 or 10 people that weren't actually trolling, right? But the majority of these people that have pulled this crap was a good move, right? And that's the reason, again, why my lady and I, are basically not giving anything away for free anymore besides our pre-recorded content we do out here in our live streams. Okay? You still get the content for free. If you want to engage with us and chat with us, you have to pay us. Unless you're a moderator, a trusted moderator, it's free because you bring us value in some other way, shape, or form. And that's the way you have to look at it. It doesn't make you a bad person, it makes you a smart person. It makes you a smart business person. And ultimately, it's up to people out here on YouTube, to either support us or not, right? But we also figured that, hey, if we go to members-only chats and we only allow people to chat that pay us to chat, then it's going to virtually eliminate all the hate and the trolling, and it's going to make it easier down the road for the good people to want to, pay $3 a month to chat here. It's going to give them a more pleasant experience, a more pleasant environment, right? And the funny thing to me is that, I'll briefly mention this yesterday. I had a few people I was talking about that I feel were pretenders, right? And I kind of called them out because, when they were on my live streams, they were more so focusing on talking with my lady. When we did live streams on Coach Eli 2, when we would do live streams on Coach Eli 2, I mean. And, I started to kind of pick up a pattern that these women were not including me. They never really engaged me. They were just there when my lady was there and they were engaging her. And that set off a red flag. Because normal people, whether they're a man or a woman, coming into my channel are going to see, hey, it's Coach Eli, Elias Melas, or Coach Eli 2. Yes, my lady's a part of my business. And yes, we are now doing this together. It's still technically my channel. And if you're going to not acknowledge the channel owner, especially when the channel owner is the boyfriend of the co-host, then it's leading me to believe that, you've been trolling all along. Either that, or you have some other agenda of just trying to, flex some women's empowerment stuff, right? So I called these two women out, and they both got triggered. And yes, you both, just so you both know, you both have been banned from both my channels, all right? Because this was my test, right? Here's my test, right? It's called the shit test, right? I wanted to see, were they going to react to what I said, or were they just going to say, hey, maybe we're just not the right fit to work together, right? But both of these women got really triggered, and they were even telling me that there's something wrong with the way I talk, or my delivery, or blah, 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 blah. You're not going to get any clients being this way. Well, that's your opinion, right? And quite frankly, you know, that has nothing to do with the purpose of you being here. And that's an attack on me because I called you out, right? I called you out on what I knew you were doing, and you just more so solidify what you were doing with your reaction. You see, someone that's mature and respectful and professional will either A, not respond, or just say, hey, you know, my apologies if anything offended you. It wasn't my intention to do so, but we can part ways amicably, right? I've learned in my life, when I sense something wrong, I go with my gut, I go with my instinct. Because my instinct and my gut and my intuition has been right 99.9% of the time. So I go with my instinct. And then I test people, both men and women. I test them. I say things in a way that will trigger people that weren't meant to be here. And the people that are in a good place here for the right reasons wouldn't respond in a triggering way. Right? And I find out the truth, because here's the thing. What I feel these two women were doing, they were trying to basically, they know my lady's very vulnerable and she gets emotionally attached very easily, and she's looking for an emotional support group. And so that's what I feel these ladies were trying to do. They were trying to basically suck my lady into their vortex. And the reason why I know that is because when I introduced my lady to some people out here on YouTube, like 3 months ago when she first started coming on doing shows, it was about 3 months ago. You know, and she was using the fake name on Facebook, still is, right? These people pulled the same thing on her, right? What these people did was they reeled her in, they love bombed her, made her believe that they truly cared about her, and then tried to siphon information from her about me that I had not put out publicly yet, right? And that's pretty freaking pathetic that people would go to that level. So I'm not saying that these women were trying to find that information about me through my lady, but it was a similar thing. They were trying to love bomb her. That's what was happening. These two women, they were trying to love bomb her and basically give her support. And then when I would, challenge her live on the air, they would take her side. And like, my channel is not a drama channel. My channel is not a channel that takes sides. My channel and my coaching business is a place where we discuss things. And when you discuss things, most of the time you're going to have a difference of opinion with people, and then you discuss your differences and settle your differences, and either agree to disagree, or you agree, and either way you respectfully move forward, right? I wasn't looking to create any drama. I didn't want anyone to love bomb my woman anymore, and that's what I felt was happening, because here's the thing, again, it's my channel, and yes, my lady's a part of it, and she's a part of the business, right? We're running the business together. But the channel is my name, right? And if you're going to not acknowledge, the person that runs the channel, and you're always only going to acknowledge the co-host, then, I kind of feel like there's something up with that, right? See, when I go into somebody's house, let's say, for example, let's use Joe Rogan, for example, right? If I were to go into Joe Rogan's house, I'm not fond of Joe Rogan, he's just an example. Let's say he was interviewing somebody like Barack Obama, for example. I love Barack Obama, right? And let's say I only went to watch that show because Barack Obama was there, right? If I were to comment or participate, okay, despite my feelings for Joe Rogan, if the show was going well, I would say, hey, Joe, great show. Hey, Joe, hey, Barack, great show. Right? Why? It's the right thing to do. It's Joe's platform. despite what I think about Joe, he's hosting the event. He's busting his ass to put that on there, right? And if I were to just go there and just acknowledge the guest, right, not acknowledge the hard work of the host or the guy running the channel or the event, right, then that's a different agenda, right? I think it's very rude to use someone's house to get to someone else in that house, right? I think it's just plain rude to use people, right? So I honestly felt like this was a situation where I felt I was being taken for granted, right? Now, am I 100% certain that these women were taking me for granted? No. But, you know, there are ways that you can test people with the membership and stuff like that, right? That's why I converted this channel to members only. And it was funny, one of the women that responded, because I was questioning, and I'm like, look, hey, if you really value my channel, in addition to my lady being a part of it, some of the times, more so on Coach Eli too, then why haven't you thrown down $3 to become a channel member? I think they both said, before I deleted their messages and banned them, I think they both said that we were waiting for Coach Eli 2 to get monetized. We were going to become channel members. Yeah, right. No, you weren't. That's what you're saying. It's funny how you're chatting on Coach Eli 2 and then you were waiting for the replays on my main channel here to comment in the comment section below. Right? See, here's what I'm thinking of doing, because, see, people like to exploit things, right? People love to take people for granted, right? And people think if I try to lock down my YouTube channel as much as possible, I'm killing my business. No, I'm not. Because my videos are publicly available, and I can turn off comments altogether, or I can hold all comments for review and manually review every comment. Because the thing I can't stand is when people exploit your free aspects when the main ways to communicate with you cost money, right? And that's pretty fucking petty, right? That's just pretty... That's taking people for granted, right? That's being a cheap ass. That's what it is, right? And people that are cheap asses not only value other people's stuff, they don't really even value their own stuff, right? And my intuition's very, very good and spot on picking up those types of people. Is it 100%? No, but it's like 99.9% accurate. There are people on this platform that have known me for years. They know how good my instinct and intuition is. And I want to help you folks become better at identifying these situations, identifying these types of people. Listen, folks, I love people. And, I wish everyone could get along, and I wish everyone was, a decent person, trustworthy, reputable person, but that's not the case. You have to learn to decipher the good from the bad. And when you figure out the bad ones, you just quietly move away. Now, I'm talking about this because this is my channel, this is my business, and this is what I'm trying to help people work through. So it's not that I want to talk about this and create drama. It's not that. It's basically an example. So hopefully you can learn from my experiences. Come to the observation deck. No one in sight. The reception has been great today. No problems. The reception has been great lately because AT&T put in a 5G plus tower out here with more capacity. So, I think that's made a big difference. I have more bandwidth. Again, while I'm up here, folks, you're going to want to subscribe to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams and then bang the bell, select all notifications, because My lady and I have a big surprise for you folks coming soon. We don't know when we're going to do it. At some point, it may be sometime this week. It may not be until next week. But something very, 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 very interesting happened to my lady yesterday after she left my place. Something very, very unexpected. And at some point, she told me today, when she's ready to talk about it, she's going to go live with me and talk about it. So I don't know when that may be. Listen, I don't control women's emotions. Like my lady today, like my lady was, when we talked in the morning, God, I mean, she sounded really nice and sweet. She even after what happened to her yesterday, like, she sounded really nice and sweet. That was just really nice to hear her be happy. But yeah, doesn't take away from what happened yesterday. And when she's ready to talk about it, she's going to talk about it. She told me that. She said, just know, at some point this week or next week, you may need to fit me in if you want. I said, of course. You just let me know. You're always welcome on the channel. People love you. All right? All right, we're heading on back. I'm going to reset the chat. I'll be right back. All right, we're back live. Lewis says, okay, no problem. We're back live. Hey, Lewis. Got 10 thumbs up. 6 in the box. Thank you so much for being here. So the thing is, folks, if you don't want to be taken for granted, you have to really stand up for yourself. You have to really, first of all, believe in yourself. You have to be strong. And don't fall for anyone's bullshit, male or female. Doesn't matter, right? Online and offline. Okay? You gotta get really good at reading people and reading which people are honest and which people aren't honest. Like I said on YouTube, I am more prone to believe someone is genuine that is monetarily supporting the channel than people that are not. If someone that's monetarily supporting the channel is not going to part ways with their money for someone they hate. Now, there are some rare stupid cases. Like, I've seen some of the pettiest shit out here on YouTube, I'll tell you that. Like, you know, in the past when I was involved with certain groups where we were kind of sharing a similar audience, right? And then sometimes one creator would lose certain people and then they would come over to me, make amends with myself, and then they would start to super chat me because they knew it was triggering that former person's channel or that former YouTuber or the former YouTuber, they were part of their channel. And it would trigger them, right? And I saw that happen quite a few times, and I'm like, this is really stupid, right? I've seen the dumbest shit, right? People donating to people they really don't want to donate to, just to trigger someone else that they don't like more, that also doesn't like the person they're donating to. And I'm like, you know what? I want none of this. Like, I don't want people even donating large amounts of money to me unless they actually are here for the right reason, right? But there are a lot of people out here that will just take money from anyone and everyone, no matter, you know, what the person's intentions are, right? Just a second here. You got to become stronger, folks. You got to look at your mirror each and every morning when you wake up and tell yourself that you love yourself. And internally know deep within that you love yourself, right? And don't let anyone trigger you. Don't let anyone try to throw you off your day, right? Or your days, right? And people are always going to try and do that. You just have to stay focused. You have to stay focused. And you also have to be aware that sometimes people are going to attempt to offer you something that appears real but really is phony, right? I've always lived by the motto, sounds too good to be true. If it's too good to be true, it probably is, right? Not 100% of the time, but like 99% of the time. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is, right? Don't fall for that stuff, folks, right? Don't do anything with anyone unless you have signed contracts and payment in advance. I've learned all these things the hard way on and off of YouTube. Because if you give away things for free and people promise you, yeah, okay, I get paid next week, I'll pay you next week, right? Or I'll throw you a $20 donation or something, right? What happens? You never get it, right? And again, for me, I've never done things expecting things, right? But if somebody makes you a promise, right, that they're going to pay you back and fund you in some other way, shape, or form, right, and then they don't do it, that's taking you for granted, right? So to prevent yourself from being taken for granted, you got to be proactive. And you have to remove people that you highly assume are taking you for granted before they take you for granted further, right? And I say highly assume because in some cases, you're not 100% sure, but you're leaning more towards them taking you for granted than being legit, right? And then you talk with these people. If you're unsure if they're legit, you talk with them, right? And you ask them, right? And you see how they respond or react. Are they going to respond to you and be nice to you and say, yeah, I understand why you would think, this wasn't legit. But no, I am really legit. Here's this. Here's a contract. Here's whatever, right? But if they get triggered, they're triggered because you figured out their game and you called them out. Folks, 100% of the time, when a human being gets triggered, it's because they were called out on the truth. It's the bottom line. So when these people I call out get triggered, it's only validating I was 100% right instead of 99.9% right. It's making the accuracy of my intuition that much greater, right? And see, for someone like me that's that intuitive and can read people as well as myself, it's a challenge for people to try to knock me down because I'm that good at it, right? When you're that good at something, people try to knock you down, right? Because they wish they could be you, right? It's jealousy, right? It's the truth. And I'm not sitting here flexing my muscles or saying I'm any better than anyone, right? I'm just me, right? I'm just me, just want to run my business and help people that truly want to help. All right, we're back live. We are back live. a second, folks. We are at 50 minutes. Making very good timing here. Folks, you got to learn to better stand up for yourselves in every situation, even in the workforce, in your relationships, right? You don't have to put up with anything. Now, you don't have to be a jerk. I'm never a jerk. I'm myself. See, the reason why people think I'm a jerk is because I have a very passionate voice. I speak with passion, perseverance, and conviction, right? I emphasize my words so you can feel what I'm saying, right? But I'm never rude when I call people out. The fact that I'm saying the truth is what triggers them to come at me and talk shit about me because I figured out their bullshit, right? And I'm good at figuring out people's BS. And that's what makes me a good coach, and that's how I can help you. I can help you figure out the BS within yourself so you can become the best version of yourself you can be and accomplish whatever it is your heart desires, personally and professionally. It's gotten a little bit warmer. I've got to start wearing that backpack my lady gave me and have that water bottle. I could probably use a little bit of water right now, but I'll make it. Probably like a little over a mile from the end of the trail, or just about a mile. Got some people coming over here. Speaking of which, once again here today, YouTube has opened up the merch wall, the merch section on every monetized channel. They now call it the shopping tab. Behind the scenes in your YouTube studio settings, under the monetization tab, you will now see the shopping tab, and all creators in the YouTube Partner Program now have access to it. It's no longer called the merch tab. I mean, they may call it, the merchandise shelf, but they've changed it to shopping. And I'm going to be creating some Coach Eli merch very, very soon. Probably going to use Teespring, which is now known as Spring. If there's any type of merchandise you'd like me to create, or any suggestions that you have, you can message me, or you can email me at coacheli@coacheliasmelas.com. Phone is fixed. Babe, did they fix the front and the back, or just the front? Because I think your back glass needed to be repaired too. My lady's really thrilled. They fixed the front and the back, or just the back, or just the front, baby. Because I think your back had some cracks on it too. Just the front. We will talk after. Is the back of your phone decent though? The back of your phone isn't that bad though, huh? Or did they want to charge more for it? I mean, you're going to probably update your phone by the beginning of next year. You'll get the latest Galaxy. And when you do get that, baby, we're going to get you another spec clear case and put a screen protector on it. I mean, these phones are $1,400, $1,500 for the top of the line ones, and you got to protect them. He gave me an easy fix. Okay. Get a back plate for it? Okay. Well, maybe they didn't want to repair the back of it. Your back wasn't that bad. The front is what's more important, especially because your phone's a couple years old. Well, I mean, your phone came out about the same time, I think, as the iPhone 12 Pro Max came out, so it's still a fairly new phone. Oh, policy. Okay. So they can't even fix the back of it. They can only fix the front. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. Look at this dude. Hey, buddy. Are you walking with me on the trail? Now you're turning around? Okay. Yep, okay. Yeah, it's not a big deal. You're going to be just fine. The front glass is what you were worried about. We'll get a screen protector on that this weekend. It's at my place. You've got the spec clear case on it. Maybe I'll order you one more of those cases. You scratched up that spec clear case pretty good already, baby. And then we'll be good. Battery plus bulbs, they fix your phone or tablet even if you don't have a warranty on it. Yeah, we have a place out here called You Break, I Fix. The letter U, break, the letter I, fix. And it's much cheaper fixing things there than going to the Apple store for Apple products, especially the iPhone. It's like half price or even less than half price sometimes. Apple charges an outrageous amount for labor, but they have those big fancy stores, so you know what I'm saying? And if you go to like a Samsung store and stuff like that, you know, then and you get it done there without a warranty, it's going to cost you pretty close to the Apple, you know, the Apple store price for iPhones. But yeah, when you go to those third-party stores, that's the best way to get the stuff done. And they do really good work because they hire these, you know, really techie, geeky, cool kids that enjoy doing that type of work. I remember one time I actually, before I got my iPhone 12 Pro Max almost 2 years ago, I had the iPhone 6 Plus, and it wasn't charging that well. You know, I had to wiggle around the charging cord to get it to work. And I took it to You Break, I Fix, and I was ready to pay like $60, $70 for them to. I thought it was like the port or something, right? Well, this young, early 20s kid, really cool kid, said, let me go check this out real quick. I'll be right back. He went to the back. Came back 5 minutes later. He's like, you're all set to go. Have a good day. I'm like, how much do I owe you? He goes, nothing. I'm like, excuse me? Yeah, you had a lint issue in here. I just went in there and cleaned out the lint. It's deep in there. It's kind of hard to get to, but we have the tools. And we typically don't charge for this, you know, and you've been here before anyway, you know. This is a courtesy because, you know, we want to take care of our customers. So when they need the bigger repairs, they'll remember us. I'm like, that's really awesome, man. I said, you know what, let me at least buy something from your store, right? I went and I spent like 20 or 25 bucks on a 3-foot Apple lightning cable that I didn't really need. I just wanted to give him something because I was just really impressed, right? Now sometimes, you know, you still have certain, you know, companies that have a really good owner or founder, and They're not there to rip you off. They're there to make a fair profit. And some things, like a quick, easy fix, like removing lint from the charging port, they don't charge you for it. They could have charged me an hour of labor legally. But they know how quick and simple it is. And it's good karma when you treat your customers that way, right? I go through insurance because that's why I pay for it. Well, of course, baby. Of course. And no disrespect, baby, like, you know, you're a hazard to that phone, baby. You're a big hazard to that phone. And you yourself know you're pretty klutzy at times. And you paid for the warranty service. It's pretty cheap. I mean, how much do you pay for it each month, babe? Can't remember. Don't buy unnecessary stuff. Buy the employees lunch or coffee. Much more appreciated. Well, it was late at night. It was like right before closing time. It was like 8:30 or 9 o'clock. And I wanted to do something because the closest U-brake I fix is in Santa Clara from where I live. And Santa Clara is like a 20-minute drive, like a 25-minute drive to get to that location from where I'm at. So I wasn't planning on going back anytime soon, and I haven't been there since that time because my iPhone 6 Plus lasted me almost 6 years, like 5.5 to 6 years. And now I've had the 12 Pro Max, which has been running flawlessly for almost 2 years. You know, a lot of people were saying that 12 Pro Max or the iPhone 12s had some issues. I've had no issues with mine at all. It's been a great phone. Only thing is, I wish they would have put 120 hertz ProMotion display on the iPhone 12 instead of starting it on the 13. Now the Samsungs have had 120 hertz ProMotion display, which is a smoother scrolling, but besides that, it's been a great phone. Anyway, so we've been talking about, don't let people take you for granted, right? Be strong. People are going to try to convince you that their way of doing things is the right way, and they're going to try to say you're a narcissist. They're going to try to say that you're never going to make it, treating people this way. This is why you don't have any clients or anything. You don't know what clients I have or don't have. You don't know what's going on. And you're just one person that was phony in the first place, right? And even if you weren't, boo-hoo. You're one person. There are 2.5 billion people on this platform. And almost 8 billion people in the world. You think I'm worried about one person talking shit about me, saying that because of how I handle them, I'm never going to get a client or anything like that? Come on, grow the fuck up, right? Spare me the pity party, right? If I had a penny for every time somebody said I was a failure, I'm never going to make it on YouTube, I'm a fake life coach, I'm not... I'm a loser, right? I'm broke or whatever. If I had a penny every time somebody said that, I'd be a millionaire right now. Boo-hoo. Bottom line, be true to yourself. She pays $5 a month for it. That's well worth it, baby. $60 a year. Now, most people don't break their phone. So they probably don't make a lot of profit from you because you break your phone a lot. No disrespect. But most people don't. So the other people that don't use the warranty as much as you do, make them profit. Plus, they have service contracts where they buy this glass in bulk and it's real easy for them to fix it. Like repairs, here's the funny thing nowadays. Repairs have gotten really, really cheap. The materials and the labor has gotten really, really cheap. The reason why they charge so much for it is because they can, and it makes them lots of profit. It's a very profitable thing. It's kind of like alcohol at a bar, or if you buy alcohol at a supermarket or at a Costco. Like alcohol's, well, at a supermarket, alcohol is probably marked up about 200%, 300%. At Costco, it's marked up like 50%, 40 to 50%, because it's wholesale. You go to a bar, alcohol is like 1,000% markup, right? It's like highway robbery, but people still go and they pay for it because it's convenient. They can be around other people. They can have someone else pour them their drinks, right? I'm the kind of guy that I'd rather pour my own drink and save the money. But yeah, these repairs, like the cost to make that glass and to install it, yeah, the tools, it's real quick and simple. Yet you go to the, Apple store and it's like $150, $200 to repair your glass. Are you fucking kidding me? That's ridiculous. I paid $25 to get this fixed before. They never just fix your screen. What would they do before that? So that's right. You had to pay a $25 deductible. That's right. So it gives you a very, very heavily discounted rate. So you pay $5 per month, and then just repairing your screen costs you $25 instead of $100 or $150. It's a very good deal. They would replace the phone. Oh, okay. Well, it's much more profitable to just replace the screen, they realize. So they got a guy or gal now going around in a repair truck and doing it on site. And they realize it's not going to cost them as much on the warranty, right? All they have to do is pay the guy labor and pay for the glass, right? It's much more feasible. It's a smart move. And you don't really need to replace your phone because it's a headache to do that. You have to, transfer your data to the new phone and, register your new phone with your carrier and all that shit, right? If you can just replace the screen and it works, saves you time and headache, it saves them money, the warranty company, it's great. Fantastic. It works just fine. Yeah. Yeah, so baby, I was letting the people know on the show that sometime soon, we don't know when it's going to be, because you mentioned today that you want to talk about what happened last night. Something happened last night or yesterday. Very, very unexpected. And I know you want to share your story regarding that. It's something very, very, very important to talk about. But we're going to not say a thing here. And either sometime this week or next week, or could be sooner, who knows. And it's when my lady feels up to it and I have the time to do it also as well. We're going to do a live stream so she can talk about what happened to her yesterday. You're not going to want to miss this one. Whenever we do that stream, we're also going to be we're going to be discussing women's empowerment. And my lady and I, on that same stream, whenever we do it, we're going to be discussing women's empowerment. We're going to get her take on it, and her and I are going to go back and forth and share our different perspective on how it affects women and men. And I'm going to say this, that I'm not, my lady and I have I won't even say debate, we're going to be discussing, the discussion might get a little heated, but it doesn't mean we're fighting or breaking up. We're going to discuss this live on the air. It's going to be a good one, she says. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be a phenomenal one. So you're going to want to subscribe to Coach Eli 2 Uncensored Live Streams. Nightbot's been sharing the link every 7 minutes, or go to youtube.com/Coach Eli Uncensored. Another thing here, I would love to get some more suggestions regarding what I should change the channel name of Coach Eli to. I need to change the channel name by the end of this week or early next week. I want to do it before I get monetized. Not saying that they wouldn't monetize me because of the name Uncensored, because my content is clean and it's within the guidelines. But I want to do it because right when I get monetized, we're really gonna take Coach Eli to the next level. We're gonna, like I said, make the chats members only chats. We're really gonna hone in on helping people turn their lives around for the better. Subscribe so we can chat. Yeah. So and this show that my lady and I do, whenever it may be, is going to happen, before it gets monetized. So it will be, free for everyone to chat. And this may be the last time you get to chat with my lady for free whenever we do it. So you're not going to want to miss this one. Get your questions, comments, concerns in the chat. We're going to be going off the air probably in about 5 to 7 minutes. We're getting towards the end of the trail here. It's been a nice walk today. I'm going to take the last few minutes here and just thank everyone that's been supportive of us in the past and the present. We greatly love and appreciate you. And we're looking to connect with more people that we can help. And we would also appreciate your support, especially, monetarily. We're looking for people that want to support the channel sponsorship-wise. Because this is something that my lady and I want to do forever to help people. In order to do that, we need your help and support. And we know there are some good people out there, that are willing to support channels like these. And we're not out here begging or e-begging. We're asking. You have to ask, right? If you don't ask, you don't get anything, right? You have to kindly, remind people and ask for support, right? Many people on the YouTube platform, they support, drama creators that talk shit about people all day, every day. You spend your money doing that. Why is it so difficult to spend some money for something positive and enlightening and something that's gonna, be more positive and uplifting in your life, right? I just can't understand that, right? I guess you can say when you watch those drama channels, you're paying for entertainment, right? But what's it really doing for you? Is it making your life any better? Are you learning something new? Are you bettering yourself? Or are you further sulking in your misery with other miserable people? I just can't believe how lucrative content like that is. And no, I'm not jealous of that. And I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, just makes me wonder, right? So we greatly appreciate your support. You can do it in one of many ways. You can Cash App, PayPal us. Nightbot's been sharing the Cash App and PayPal links in the chat every 7 minutes. PayPal.me/Coach Eli or $ the real Coach Eli on Cash App. You can super chat, super sticker here while I'm live. If you're watching this on the replay, you can hit the super thanks. You can become a channel member. And right now my biggest package is $99.99. If money's not an issue and you want to support the channel at the maximum level, right now my maximum membership package is $99.99. It gets you the same thing the $4.99 package gets you, which is not only the members only live streams that are only $2.99, but you get all the pre-recorded members only videos. You get the members only live streams and the members only live stream replays. Anything from $4.99 to $99.99, you get the same thing. It's just up to you how much you want to donate to sponsor the channel. So, if you feel in your heart and soul to become a $99.99 or $100 sponsor per month, we'd greatly appreciate that. And you're going to hear us, my lady and I, talk more about sponsorships and talk more about donations, because we want to more so cater our message to people that have the means just to support these channels. And not just the means monetarily, but the means within their head and heart. They're in a good place and they value the content for what it is. All right, folks. Get your final questions, comments, concerns in the chat. Everyone has a Tesla out here. They all live in $5,000 or $6,000 a month, one-bedroom apartment, and drive a $100,000 car. That's because even with their $500,000 a year or $200,000 or $300K a year salary, they can't afford to buy a house. The homes out here are like, even the shacks are like $1.5 million now. The smallest house is like 1.2 to 1.5 million. For a house like maybe like 1,000 feet, 1,000 square feet. I mean, that's pretty tiny. So that's what people do out here in the high-tech world. They come and they rent an expensive apartment, which is cheaper than a mortgage, and then they buy a $100,000 Tesla to park in the garage of their expensive apartment. And then maybe they save money for 10 years and then get out of Dodge and go live in the Midwest or the South and buy a home cash, right? All right, folks, I'm going to get on out of here. Thank you to everyone for being here. Please like, share, subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications. I'm going to reset the chat one more time to see if any new comments came in. And if not, we're going to shut it down. Be right back. All right. We're back live. No new messages. Have yourself a great day. And we'll see you whenever that may be on Coach Eli 2 Uncensored live streams with my lady, or I may be back by myself, or who knows. Just subscribe, bang the bell, select the notifications on both channels, and you won't miss anything. Take care, and as always, be good to each other.